Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. A reminder before the video starts to please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now there has been lots of rumours doing the round of fights that could be happening and fights that might not be happening, etc, etc. So I'm going to run through a few of these on the video, a bit of a boxing news sort of roundup I guess, and try and get as much out of the way as possible because I have been a little bit slow on things as it stands. So, first things first, we got the announcement today that Dalton Smith will defend his WBC super lightweight title against Alberto Puello at the Utility Arena in Sheffield on June 6th. It is a very tough opening defence for Dalton Smith. Yeah, there's no other way really to go about it, to be honest with you. Smith, obviously, Dalton Smith is a guy that I really like. I think he's a superb fighter. He's a genuinely world-class fighter, in my opinion, but so is Puello. Obviously, Dalton at the start of the year beat Subriel Matias and really in devastating fashion, knocking him out in New York. That was a fantastic performance, probably one of the best away performances from a British fighter in a long time. And he now comes up against a guy in Puello who many thought beat Matias in that fight. I think he was at the Queen's Stadium or the Yankee Stadium. It was on the Shiraz Belanga undercard, wasn't it? And listen, it's a hard fight. It's a fight that I think Smith will feel that he can win. He had to take this fight, remember, because of the way the WBC mandatories work. I'm pretty sure he had to take it anyway. There was no avoiding it. But Puello's a very good counterpuncher, and it's not a fight like Matias, where Matias stood and traded with Dalton Smith, and Smith knew in that fight he had to do that. If not, if he went on the run, Matias was probably going to cut him down. He was brave, he stood and traded, he got Matias out of there. Puello won't mind staying on the back foot and counterpunch. He's a very good boxer, very underrated boxer, I think, and Dalton can box as well, it's worth remembering. He's no slouch, he's no mug, but I do think that it's a fight that, I mean, let's face it, Puello's going to have to come there probably and take the title off Dalton, which will probably play into his hands. The problem will be if Puello does outbox him, the fans start to get a bit agitated, let's say, then Dalton does go hell for leather and Puello picks him off. That would be my worry. But I'm not writing Dalton Smith off at all, and I do think with the home crowd, potentially he may completely, throw up any doubts in the air and just smash Puello to bits. It's a real pick and fight. It's a fantastic fight to be made in that super lightweight division. Talking of Yorkshire and the Utility Arena, we had rumours, I think this week now, that they're breaking that Dave Allen is going to headline a Queensberry show, which caught me off guard, but I guess makes sense because Queensberry have that batch of heavyweights that are all really itching and needing to get in a fight. We now have, obviously, a lot of the top boys in the heavyweight division tied up. Obviously, Usyk is fighting Rico. Fury's facing Makhmudov, so that's them two out the way. AJ, we're going to talk about him in a minute. We don't really know what's going on there, though. Oh, we've heard rumours about what could be going on there. And Dave Allen, I guess, was left really with no other choice. Obviously, Riakpour and TKV are fighting on the Fury undercard, so that's them two out of the equation if he wanted to go down the British route. There's not really a lot else he could do, as because Fraser Clark as well is on that card. So it looks like it's going to be a Queensberry heavyweight. Now, really, the two names that leap out to me are Hrgovic or Zhang. I mean, what baffles me about the whole thing is I don't know where David Adelaide's doing or what he's doing. Obviously, he had that performance against Hrgovic last August, and then we've not seen him since, which is bizarre, but it looks like it could be Hrgovic or Zhang. Listen, we've had this before with Dave Allen, haven't we, where we've gone up to fringe world level, we've not quite done enough, we've either been stopped or we've been beat on points. I was at the Makhmudov fight last year. Again, it was another false dawn in terms of Dave's career. We all thought this is the chance. There was chance in that fight. He did land overhand rights. He did have Makhmudov at times. He was hitting him because Makhmudov's easy to hit. I worry for him with Zhang or Hrgovic, to be honest with you. I think Hrgovic, maybe they saw a chink in the armour because of the Adelaide fight. Dave and David are not too dissimilar, I guess, and they're a bit wild. Hrgovic didn't seem to like that when Adelaide went from, I think it was that round 8 or round 9, which was round of the year, undoubtedly. Adelaide went for him and Hrgovic didn't like him. And Hrgovic as well sort of stood there and took the punches. But it's a really tall order for Dave Allen. I think he'd just be better off. He'd be better off fighting in Adelaide, just trying to get himself in that domestic mix. I think for Dave Allen now, the aim surely has to be British title because I don't really get the point in doing all these all these fights around world level. I know people say, yeah, but look at that's what Del Boy did. Yeah, Del Boy did do that, but Del Boy won a few. Dave Allen hasn't won a few. Derek Chisora's beat Otto Volin even in his last fight, or last couple of fights. Joe Joyce as well, he's beat. Like, we've not seen that from Dave Allen. Dave Allen's best win is probably Lucas Brown still, and that's saying something. So, I mean, I would probably put that above Johnny Fisher, especially going off Fisher's last performance. So, I think it's a tricky one, really. And just briefly, I touched on there, Anthony Joshua. We're getting rumours through. These Dillian Whyte rumours are not fading away. He looks like he's in camp in Ukraine, of all places. I like the Usyk link-up. I think it's really nice to see. I think it's AJ sort of acknowledging that he was beat by the better man, which is something that we've seen the other major British heavyweight, Tyson Fury, not do. I just don't like the Dillian Whyte fight. I think there's a lot of fringe guys. I mean, I'd even take AJ versus Dave Allen, and that's controversial perhaps, but I'd even take that over AJ Dillian Whyte, talking of Dave Allen, because I just think with Dillian Whyte, he looked so bad against Moses Itauma. It wasn't even funny. And AJ, yes, he beat Jake Paul, but so we can't really judge him off that performance. But I think AJ would just blast him out there, to be honest. And I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I know Dillian wanted the Derek Chisora fight. He didn't get that. I think there's options out there for AJ that didn't involve having this fight, perhaps. I know, we could have done Ruiz again, but he's gone Zuffa. But there's so many heavyweights out there now that are 1 or 2 wins away from a big fight. We thought we were going to get Yoka, but now Okoli's going to fight him. I just think of all the fighters to pick, Dillian Whyte wasn't one. Even, and I know it sounds bad because he's come off losses, if you want an easy touch, why not go for like a Joe Joyce or someone? Because at least Joyce hasn't been blasted out in a round. Joyce was beat by Hrgovic, wasn't it, last year, I think? Yeah, it would have been last year, April. It was Grand National Day, I remember it. He lost that fight, didn't he? Even a guy like him, who will stand probably in front of AJ, put him in there. Dillian Whyte, for me, needs to retire, and put him in with AJ, it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry, it doesn't. But this is the Wild West. This is boxing, and anything goes. I get they want to give AJ an easy touch. He completely deserves it after what's happened. But, come on. Dillian Whyte, I don't think it's the one. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.